Oh, goodness gracious, goodness gracious, goodness gracious. Good day, everybody. This is Yin Yang in California with Morsels of a Thought number 1740. We're on TR Tuesday, The Rules by Fein and Sherrie Schneider. We are here in The Rules Handbook reading Sorry Not Sorry. We are reading Apply the Rules to Achieve Your Higher Self. I ran around. Every morning I come here to you with morsels of a thought of what we believe is wisdom from other people, quotes, people's experiential comments that they are able to tell us because of their life experiences, and because they have had the whole life experience, we are benefiting from knowing what the pitfalls were that we ourselves do not have to encounter. So when we know the right thing to do, my old fortune cookie said, knowing the right thing to do is called wisdom. Doing it is called virtue. And how I want to change the world is to bring morsels of a thought of wisdom into the world so that we all have a chance to commit virtuous acts. And that way, we are also taking care of ourselves, because when we help mankind, we also have to help ourselves first, just like getting that oxygen container onto our own face before we hand the oxygen container to our child. So that way we don't pass out before we get it to our child, to ourselves. And then if we pass out, then we're no use to anybody, right? So today it is a Tuesday. It is something about 1740. I can't see very well because I don't have my glasses on, but that's okay because I want to be able to look good for a date. And when I look good for a date, let me put this down so I'll show you what the first thing I should do is. It is blue and gold. Okay, I'm going to put on some hoop earrings. This will help you understand why a rules girl gets dressed up and puts on full makeup. Sherrie Schneider said to me the other day, "You know how to put on makeup. You know how to put on makeup." And then I'm thinking to myself, she's probably thinking, "Girl, why don't you put on makeup every single day?" So, this is why I come to you. It's that you get a little bit of entertainment, some inspiration to have a great day. I impart some good wisdom, and it's a little educational. Let's hope so. Okay. Now, I'm going to read to you from How's It Going? Empowered Dating. Now, where is the light? It's real far away today. Okay. So, Ellen Fine liked the weekly pep talk. I will read you that first. And then after that, I will read the rest of the week for that. And it is Empowered Dating, which is in course 5. I read on Instagram every single day, one day of the Rules Handbook, a guide to creating loving and lasting relationships by Ellen Fine and Sherrie Schneider. I read to you every Tuesday and Thursday the rules from all of these books. All of these books, there's one I left out, the rules for online dating, which was written in before 2000, I think, because when it first came out, we were just going, online? What if people see us? And then Ellen Fine and Sherrie Schneider said, well, guess what? If they see you, it means they're there too. Oh. So, and in fact, I recall thinking that my first ex-boyfriend was he had a newspaper ad out, and he spent thousands of dollars borrowing from his sister and going to newspapers and putting out ads to date. And I thought it was so sleazy of him, but he eventually got married that way. And so when people are happy, they're happy, right? Anyway, so newspaper ads used to be considered because everybody would read the newspaper. So, not everybody was on the newspaper ad, but you would see it. So that's different. But in online dating, you actually have to go there to be able to see anybody else. So you are there too, for goodness sake, right? So anyway, rules handbook. Not your mother's rules, the new secrets for dating, the rules for marriage, time tested secrets for making your marriage work, the rules dating journal. I love this. It's pink. I don't do pink, but it is the one thing in my apartment that is pink. I can find it anywhere. And then the rules, all the rules and the rules. So all the rules is time tested secrets for capturing the heart of Mr. Right. No more ado. It's been a couple of months. How are the rules working for you? It takes practice, and it's easy to make lots of mistakes when you're dating because there are so many variables and different situations you can get yourself into. It is easy to justify, oh, just do it this once. And then you fall into the tunnel of non rules and fly by the seat of your lower self. Did you sleep with a new guy? Thinking that's the best way to seduce him? Are you nagging your boyfriend, hoping to change him? Are you airing all your thoughts and dreams on social media? Did you just ask an online guy out for drinks? It's okay, tomorrow is a new day and you can start over using the rules again. This week, focus on looking back over the last 3 months you have been practicing the rules. Which of your behaviors simply don't work? Specifically, premature intimacy, nagging, oversharing, and pursuing. Maybe review, recharge, and start dating again with a new perspective. Ugh. Okay, so this was right after day 168. This whole week is after day 168. 168 is such a good luck Chinese number. Anyway, don't get distracted. In the second month of dating, you can see a guy twice a week if he asks. If he doesn't ask for more than Saturday night, then see him once a week. But typically, a guy will want to see you 3 or 4 times a week in the beginning, and you will have to say no. You can say, sorry, crazy busy during the week. Keep it to the weekends or see him once during the week and on Saturday night. If you see a guy more than twice a week in the second month, he will not think you are that busy or special and could become bored and lose interest. Better to see him less and leave him wanting more. See, that's one of the secrets of the rules. We are reading the Rules Handbook, a guide to creating loving and lasting relationships by your authors of the rules, Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. Sorry, I couldn't get Schneider onto the thing this morning. I was too busy fast. Don't be intimate so fast. Some women feel that the only way to get their date to commit is to sleep with him, hoping to create a special emotional connection. Choosing not to sleep with another person too soon is not about being mean, it's smart. There's a mind body connection for a woman that doesn't exist as much in a man. A woman often gets emotionally attached after intimacy. I'm going to say that there is also a physical biological component to that. We all know that. I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to say anything. Back to the authors. The co authors say even an ardent feminist can feel devastated if a man doesn't call the next day. The other reason not to sleep with a date too fast is that you want him to fall in love with your soul first, not just your body. Your soul is your higher self, your character, what makes you unique. Don't sell yourself short by using your body to connect before your mind. Often these people suffer from low self-esteem and lower self-feelings of unworthiness. In reality, sleeping with another person right away might make them not respect you or treat you like a lifelong partner. Now, dealing with time wasters. If you're single, every minute counts in your search for your soulmate. You have no time to waste with people who get in your way. Newsflash, men are not the only time wasters. Women, whether friends, coworkers, neighbors, or acquaintances, can eat up your time or chew off your ear on the phone or in person. How do you politely handle them? Say the same thing we tell you to tell men. Sorry, can't talk. Work is crazy busy. But if they know you're not working because it's the weekend or you're retired, say you're doing house repairs or charity work. If it's on the phone, talk to them while you are on the treadmill, doing the laundry or paperwork, or going for a walk. So you kill two birds with one stone. Sometimes you can put your phone on mute while they talk because there are people who can just talk or complain for an hour and they won't even know that you've taken a shower while putting the phone on mute. You come back and they're still talking. Time is everything, so don't let anyone waste yours. You ever do that to your friends? It's happened. I won't say whom's. What are we? What are we? Slow down. Don't be the girl who says, now that we've slept together, what are we? Don't be the one suggesting serious talks after. What are we? Oh my God. Don't be the one suggesting serious talks after intimacy or spooning or cuddling or cooking breakfast together and hanging out. Be the girl who jumps out of bed, brushes her hair, looks at her watch, and says she has to get going to work or the gym. The man has to bring up not dating other people and getting off dating apps. If it's not his idea to be exclusive, it will not work. If you bring up exclusivity, he might just agree to keep sleeping with you or to be polite, but his heart won't be in it. Say nothing. Don't be parental. People don't like to be told what to do. So, you know something? I've been parental my whole life, and yet I have never birthed a child. Hmm. People have that in their personalities. And actually, I think women may have that a little more than men. But I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a PhD. I'm not a whatever. Don't be parental. I'm not a PhD in anything. So even if I were a PhD in golf, well, what do they have that's PhD stuff? That's PhD in education? No, no, no. People don't like to be told what to do. So if you don't want your significant other to dread seeing you, avoid your calls at work or walk out of whatever room you're in. Don't nag. Nagging reminds him of a parent. It's annoying and doesn't work, as he will ultimately do what he wants to do. Say what you want once and nicely and never again, and don't threaten or embarrass him in front of his family and friends about it. I'm going to add in a word about God. My own relationship with my God. My own relationship with my God is I say it, pray it one time, and I leave it alone because God hears me the first time. Thank you, Auntie Mary, for telling me that. And guess what? For me, it seems to work okay. But that's my secret, okay? And if I have nothing better to do and I say it a second time or more than once, okay. Okay, back to the co-authors, Schneider and Fein. You can even try reverse psychology and pretend you agree with him about his destructive behavior. That's great. You are filing a tax extension and binge watching TV instead, you say, quote unquote. Think about what you would be doing if you weren't nagging him. And doing that. Think about what you would be doing if you weren't nagging him. And go do that. Don't be flattered, by the way. Don't be flattered. Whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider say, it's easy to reveal too much about your personality and every move you make. Social media is about instant and effortless connections, while the rules are about intrigue and mystery. We didn't know that, did we? Did we? Don't be flattered by a person viewing your story. Trust us, they are viewing many stories. Or, as we've said, even DMing you to meet up spontaneously because you're in the same area. They might say, they might say, "Oh, I see you're at Starbucks. Want to meet for coffee in an hour?" Don't jump up and down. There's nothing special about last minute anything. I'm going to say that's for sure. I had a long time ago, I knew somebody who said, "Oh, Galena and I are going to go to Hawaii tomorrow." What? Yes, we just found a deal for $400 for the plane ticket and blah, blah, blah for the hotel. You mean you didn't anticipate it for 7 weeks? You just said, "Oh, okay, I'm going to go to Hawaii tomorrow." You really didn't get to enjoy it. It's like taking lobster or crab and then taking a big bite and then swallowing it whole, not tasting it one single bit. That's my thinking. Okay, back to Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. There's nothing special about last minute anything. It's nothing until they ask you on a date several days in advance. We are reading The Rules Tuesday, TR Tuesday and TR Thursday. Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. The Rules Handbook, a guide to creating loving and lasting relationships. We go through in order to be able to fill up a whole bunch of these rules journals. We also read from Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating. Currently, I'm on The Rules Handbook. We also have other books. These authors have written a lot. They've written more than this, by the way. I'm going to put it here. They've written so many more books, but I think that, oh, there's one up there, but I'm not going to pull it down or everything's going to fall down. Um, okay, slow down. I'm not on speed or anything. I never take any illicit drugs. I just don't know. I had a lot of water with lemon this morning. Good lemon. Ever heard of a good lemon? Okay. Day 175. Undoing dating mistakes. If you just asked a guy out to dinner and then read this book, say, "Sorry, something came up." That is, if he even remembers. If he forgot, then you forgot. You can start the rules handbook now. If you baked him cookies, give them to your neighbor or a friend. If you invited him to your friend's wedding and he hasn't invited you to anything comparable, you don't have to go through with it. You can get out of it by saying, "Sorry, but my guest had to cut her guest list down, so I can't bring anyone." Don't be a slave to your past bad habits. You can undo whatever you did and become a rules girl now. Okay, not ruin my nose. Apply the rules to achieve your higher self. You can change your mind. Yes, you can. So, if you just asked a guy out and are now reading this book, pretend you never asked. It never happened. If he remembers and confirms, just cancel. It's that simple. "Oh, shoot, I forgot all about it. I made other plans. Darn, I'm so sorry." You know, that's what you can say. If you are about to tell a guy, "I prefer calls to texts," or "I need my birthday to be celebrated in a big way," stop. Don't tell him what to do. Observe his behavior and then decide if he's right for you. Control is an illusion. He might oblige for a while, but he will eventually revert to himself, a texter who does very little for your birthday. If a guy texts you on the weekend and you don't have a scheduled date, ignore him. You're busy, unavailable, and not glued to your phone. If he wants to talk, let him take you out next weekend. So we're also going to read from The Rules, Not Your Mother's Rules. Oh, hold on. Not Your Mother's Rules. I want to read for gifts from the girls, the the rules daughters. So here we are reading from Not Your Mother's Rules, The New Secrets for Dating, and now with their daughters too, by the New York Times best-selling authors of The Rules, Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider. Gifts for him. Now the daughters are one daughter from her and one daughter from her. So Ellen Fein and Sherrie Schneider, Sherrie Schneider's daughter and Ellen Fein's daughter. I do not know their names. They don't put them here. They don't mention them, but they each have a daughter, and they are probably about close to the same age, comparable ages, because their mothers are also comparable ages. Um, the mothers are maybe about 5 years older than me, I think. Rule's daughters, anyway, young enough to be my daughter, maybe. We had to consult our moms a little bit for this one. Gifts for him. We agree it's important not to buy a boyfriend's love, but can't we get him something nice on his birthday? Birthdays are one of the only days a year when giving is not just encouraged, it's expected. And no one wants to be known as the girlfriend who didn't get her guy something nice. Picking the perfect present can be really stressful. Obvious things to avoid include anything extravagant like a new iPod or an expensive watch, as well as anything mega mushy. Leave your scrapbooking supplies locked up. At the end of the day, it's always best to get him something thoughtful that doesn't break the bank. A t-shirt of his favorite sports team, a DVD of a movie he loves, a special dinner out, or even a romantic home-cooked meal. You don't have to spend a lot to show you care. Here's one. No, I already read that one recently. Hold on. There's one here. I need it here. Facebooking gone wrong. Rule's daughters. Okay. Cuddle up under a blanket and hug your teddy bear tight. These are the Rule's daughters speaking, because it's time for a true life Facebook horror story. The future was looking bright for Jordan and Laura. After a few weeks of dating, Jordan made their relationship Facebook official and even chose an adorable photo of the two of them for his new profile pic. Then things suddenly took a wrong turn, a turn for the worse. It started small, with Laura typing a cutesy good morning post on Jordan's wall every day. Before long, though, she had filled his wall with lovey-dovey messages and romantic music videos that she had found on YouTube. Jordan's friends teased him mercilessly about it, and they even posted ultra gushy comments on his wall, blatantly mocking Laura's. After a while, it was all too much for Jordan to handle, and he decided to break things off via Facebook. As if Laura wasn't embarrassed enough, dozens of Jordan's Facebook friends, quote, liked, end quote, their breakup. Laura shouldn't have let her private feelings for Jordan become so public. Guys can be mushy too, just not in such high doses and not in plain sight of everyone they know. Okay, so here we are. You know, when they're mocking you, you got to keep your eyes open for that. Okay? I'll talk to you later, old Kinderheck.